Today, we're diving into a topic that's shaking up the music industry. Who's really making the money? From chart-topping artists to behind-the-scenes producers, there's a lot of controversy about where the money flows and who's getting shortchanged. Whether you're a musician, a fan, or just curious about the inner workings of the business, this will open your eyes to the shocking reality behind the glitz and glam. There's a common belief that if an artist is famous, they're automatically swimming in money. We see them in designer clothes, performing in sold-out arenas, and hanging out with other A-listers. But here's the truth. Many artists aren't making as much as we think. The real money often ends up in the pockets of record labels, streaming platforms, and yes, even the producers. Take streaming, for example. Artists might get millions of plays, but their cut from platforms like Spotify or Apple Music is shockingly low. For every stream, they're making fractions of a cent. That's why artists like Taylor Swift and Kanye West have spoken out publicly against streaming platforms. They're earning millions for the companies, while artists see only a sliver of the profits. Now, let's talk about the producers, the people behind the hits. While some producers remain in the background, others are quietly raking in millions. Producers often own more of the song rights than the artists performing on them, making serious bank from royalties. This setup leaves many artists feeling trapped, while producers and executives enjoy larger paydays. In fact, it's not uncommon for producers to negotiate deals where they own a percentage of the song's earnings for life, which means every time that song gets played, used in a commercial, or featured in a movie, the producer cashes in, often much more than the artist. But there's more to the story. One of the most controversial aspects of the music industry is the hidden deals. Many up-and-coming artists sign contracts without fully understanding them, and before they know it, they've given away the rights to their own music. These deals can bind them to a record label for years, sometimes even decades, with little control over their earnings. Meanwhile, top-tier producers and label executives are making deals behind the scenes, profiting off the hard work and talent of these artists. It's not always the artist with their name in lights making the most money, it's often the people pulling the strings behind the scenes. So how can artists start taking control of their finances? First, understanding contract details is crucial. Artists need to be aware of what they're signing and consider hiring legal or financial experts before entering into agreements. Owning your masters is key. The masters are the original recordings of the songs, and owning them means an artist keeps full control of how their music is used and keeps more of the profits. Independent distribution is also on the rise. More and more artists are choosing to bypass traditional labels and distribute their music independently using platforms like DistroKid or TuneCore. This way, they keep more of their earnings and avoid the complicated and often unfair label deals. The finances behind the music industry are more complex and controversial than they appear. While artists might be the face of the brand, they're often not the ones making the most money. Producers, labels, and platforms take a significant slice of the pie, leaving many musicians struggling to reclaim their rightful share. If you're an artist, it's time to start taking control of your career and your finances. And if you're a fan, remember, there's more going on behind the scenes than meets the eye. Let's continue the conversation. What are your thoughts on the music industry's financial controversies?